I'm the scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Slimmy, limmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, 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 bee, ba, 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 do, do. Ba, 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 do. Wee, ba, 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 do. Let's go. You lose, you're out. Two teams already out. No surprise. France. It's Italy. Welcome to Puck Props, rented by Bet99. Josh Inglis here for covers. Thanks for everyone here joining me on what is now, I'm guessing, I've lost track of the days. Let's not be honest. It's Tuesday. It's early. We got a 10:40 game coming up. We got a game after that. Some bigs. We have some odds out for tomorrow's quarterfinal games. We have a pick'em. We haven't seen a pick'em in a while. And Todd Cordell, betting analyst here at Covers, will join us shortly. Producer Mick is back in the house. Good to see him there. And if you haven't seen the live stream on X, StreamYard's having some issues with it. I just posted it to my X account, so you can be there. If you got any comments, let me know there. We started off with some winners in the morning. It hasn't always been that way. It hasn't been the cleanest tournament, let's say, but we started off quarterfinal games very clean. The opening 6.5 totals that came out for these qualification quarterfinal rounds were way too high because everyone was scoring in that third game, working on goal differential, and the elimination angle was certainly priced in. 2+ money under 6.5s were on the board for the early games. We see the late games starting to take quite a bit of money. So the under money hit those. They moved under city there. We're going to get to some underplays as well. But if you're looking at the numbers for tomorrow, looks like the totals have been adjusted. Both totals for tomorrow's game sitting at 5.5. And I don't think we're going to see 6.5s anytime soon, especially now that France and Italy are out. But happy to see the boys there in the chat. Trollmax plus 600 anytime goal. I'm liking from Hall Quilt. Top line guy. He's the odd one out there on that line, plus 600. I really like both dogs here. I hit first two, and finding team totals, very difficult right now. I had to wait for both games to go live. Got team totals for the two dogs under 1.5 each. Was a little sweaty in the France game. Philip Grubauer played amazingly down the stretch, saved me some money, but got both those dogs under 1.5 at plus 139. If you can get those team total over 1.5s at like even money or better for our two dogs in the next slate, I think that's a good look. Sweden, I don't know. Yes, I would be rich with closing line value if that was it. Broberg Day from Rooster. Hey, we got some X comments. Looks like it's working. We'll see how it goes. I'm a big Ehlers guy. I'm a big Bjorkstrand guy today. Maybe even a Lars Eller guy somewhere down that list. We'll see how things go. Let's get to the plays and let's bring on Todd. You guys let us know how things are going. I think it's Lucas Dostal has been confirmed, and I would assume it's Freddie Anderson in the Czech Denmark game that kicks off at 10:40. Jacob Markstrom probably going for Sweden, and Elvis Merzlikins for Latvia. We'll get Sweden game, but let's get to the first play. Producer Mick, throw that up. The play we put him out last night, and you have to remember that like these lines are moving a lot. We'll put out my plays. I have to send them to the graphics team puts them out on the Covers main account, and then I'll retweet it. That's as fast as we could do, because by the time these numbers roll around in the morning, sometimes they're not there. So catch them at night. And we're going Denmark on the plus 2.5. It was juicy. And we're going adding the under 6.5. And for that, we're getting plus 165. Denmark is live in this game. Denmark can certainly win. And I have a Bjorkstrand assist at plus 150. I dropped earlier this morning. Like I said, the Danes are live. Bjorkstrand, Ehlers, Lars Eller running line 2. Bjorkstrand, 20+ minutes playing with Ehlers and PP1. Ehlers point in all 3 games. When I get to my boosted goal prop, we'll take a look at that. Actually, why not? Let's just throw that up now. Plus 900 is an incredible price that Bet99 gave me for this one. The Ehlers and Eriksson Ek goal combo for plus 900. Those are maybe my 2 favorite guys to score outside of obviously like the minus 200 prices that I'm not going to pay anywhere at any time.
Plus 900, great price. Ehlers points in all 3 games. Eck finally did find the score sheet last game. Freddie Anderson, going back to this Danish game, Freddie Anderson is not the best goalie, but Lucas Joshua is coming off that 4-3 overtime loss to the Swiss. And the Czech offense, just 9 goals so far, which includes a group with France and Switzerland. I really think that the Danes are underrated. They had the 3-1 loss to Germany. And if you saw that game, that was a Philip Grubauer game. He stood on his head. Germany tried to sit on that lead, but the Danes really tried to push. They couldn't get through. 6 loss to USA, game where they were leading. Yes, they got a goal from half ice versus Swayman, but that was a game where they were really competitive versus easily the number 2 team in the tournament. And then the key 4-3 loss. What was it? The loss? Why am I losing my mind? I'm losing track of. Sorry, the 4-2 win versus Latvia. That's how they finished it off. I think the Danes going into the 3rd game were the best winless team so far in the tournament. This is a team that could have actually played for the number 4 seed, the number 5 seed. Winner of this game gets Canada. Yuck. Let's take a look at that second game and then bring in Todd. Latvia versus Sweden. We're on Latvia on the puck line, plus 2.5, plus money, plus 135 is lots of 3.5s, but I took the 2.5. If you're just looking at the 3.5, maybe put the under 6.5 with it, get it a price somewhere where when you got the earlier game, the Czech Danes game. But 3rd place for Sweden in a group who struggled to run up points versus Italy. But Finland had 11 versus them. Go figure. Gustafsson hasn't looked great, and that's why we're probably seeing Markstrom here. Gergensen, I have for an assist. He is my guy. Playing top line, 20-plus minutes. Apparently, he's a former player with Uncle Carlo, so that always works well. The choice from head coach Sam Hillen, who I'm not sure the Swedes are really playing hard for after the Forsberg stuff, in terms of bringing Jacob Markstrom in, he called it a gut feeling. And in the betting world, we know that the gut feeling isn't probably the best way we run things. Nylander dealing with a groin injury. Forsberg, like I said, must have killed the coach or something because his ice time was way down. He thinks EP40 is the best hockey player on his team, might be the softest guy. He might be giving Victor Hedman too many minutes, too close to coming back from, because we saw Tampa Bay giving him like 16, 7, and now he's playing big minutes. Latvia can play spoiler here. I really think they can. NHL goaltending. 3 decent lines. They don't run the 4th line too much, but on paper, this is probably the right price. Let's go. Winner plays the U.S. And one thing we did see with the U.S., Brock Nelson is in a bubble today at practice. Nathan McKinnon, maintenance day. Slightly scary for Canada, considering what happened to him and why Tom Wilson got in a fight. But let's bring in someone who's smarter than me in hockey, someone who is younger than me, and someone who writes better than I do as well. Let's bring in New Jersey Devils writer for Infernal Access, betting analyst that covers Todd Cordell. Welcome, buddy. And how excited are you to see? My first question was happy to be on here. Happy you're on here. Simon Nemec or Jack Hughes, who do you think's having a better tournament for Devils fans right now?
I would say Jack Hughes. He took a lot of heat for missing games heading into the Olympic break, but he's looked like his old self for USA, so I'd say that's encouraging. Hopefully he can pick up where he left off when he gets back.
So far through the tournament, what has stood out in terms of, 1-2 was easy, but outside of that, from 3 to 10, how are you seeing the teams that are playing today, and maybe even a couple of teams that we'll see tomorrow?
I think Finland's really good. I was looking through some numbers this morning, and they've actually given up the fewest slot chances out of any team in the whole tournament, which is obviously impressive because Canada, USA, etc. are powerhouses. So if they can score enough, I think they could give one of these teams a tough go.
Yeah, looking at that game as I'm trying to scroll through all our stuff here as games keep changing, that'd be Switzerland, Finland tomorrow. That would be the 12-10 game. Switzerland plus 165. Dog total sitting at 5.5. The Finland opening loss to Slovakia is kind of still in our mouth, but as you said, they have the biggest beatdown versus Italy. It's not something, but we saw some teams struggle versus Italy. And then a convincing win over Sweden. Are we in agreement that Finland is like a full tier above Sweden right now?
Yeah, I would say they've been the third best team for sure. Obviously, they're always structured and sound defensively, but for them to give up the fewest chances at anybody is very impressive. And then led by Rantanen, their offense is pretty good. And UC Saros has actually showed well in this tournament as well. I think he has a 940 save percentage and is second in goals saved above average. So that's very encouraging for them as well.
Yeah, interesting to see where we go with that. Leader 962 save percentage, but it does look like odds makers opened it up at I mean, this is minus 170 to the under 5.5.
Oh,
which
wow.
is that's just on any elimination game. I know everyone wants to talk about, elimination game, you get extra open net opportunities, and you saw it with the France game today. I think they pulled the goalie with 3 minutes. But at plus money for the 5-0, like the 5.5, like good plus money. Do you think that will be gone by tomorrow?
Yeah, honestly, this morning I was looking at the under and I saw it around minus 140, and I was like, it's getting close to where there's value on the over. But if minus 170s are going around for the under, then the over is honestly probably where the value lies with empty nets and things like that. And also, Switzerland has actually done a really good job at generating slot shots, which obviously losing Kevin Fiala really hurts. But Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, Roman Josi, they still have enough talent to threaten.
Yeah, Timo Meier wasn't getting as many minutes early in the first game. Obviously, they lost Fiala, and now it's Meier, Hischier, and Philip Kurashev. And we saw Hischier get some multiple points today. And another guy who's really surprising in this tournament, I know Roman Josi is PP1, but JJ Moser, who everybody has as Janice Moser in the props. I did not know his name was Janice.
Neither did I.
Yeah. His name, and now I know why he goes as JJ, has been another really good second guy defensively, and facing a Finland team who is going to throw out Miro and Esa Lundell for like 30 minutes. It's not a bad comp. That game could be a little closer, and I do like that top line scoring. Anything you've seen so far going into, I mean, all the future market stuff's done. McDavid at 9 points, averaging a point per period. Already the Canada record done. Do you see a spot where he doesn't win MVP in this tournament? If Connor Hellebuyck goes on a run and maybe does win the gold, and we get another 1-1 game that goes to overtime and Connor Hellebuyck stands on his head, he was 20-1 yesterday. Is that maybe the only person who could surpass him? Because I know Slafkovsky has some goals and some points at 6 or whatever, but I don't think you're passing 97.
No, I think it's definitely McDavid's to lose. The only way I could see maybe Slafkovsky doing it is if Slovakia's run continues and he just keeps factoring into literally all the offense that they, like all the goals they score. Because I've seen that in the past, there have been MVPs off bronze medal winning teams. So maybe if he keeps scoring and Slovakia wins a medal, I could see that. But I definitely think McDavid is pretty clearly the lead dog there.
Do you have any thoughts about what the rest advantage is going into these games tomorrow, with Slovakia last playing Saturday versus Germany? Like we have like a very tough NHL schedule where I think back-to-backs and 3 and 4s have become the norm, and I don't think we should price them as heavily. But where do you begin to even look at the advantage that someone like Slovakia has, or is it even an advantage?
I think the biggest thing, honestly, is goaltenders. Like for Switzerland today, they had to play Giannoni. So then they're going to have to go back to him tomorrow, and he's 38. So like maybe that's where the rest matters. But I don't think it matters that much for the skaters. They all had a handful of days to get acclimated like before the break. So I feel like all the players should be good. Where I see a difference is maybe goaltending. If you have to play the same guy 2 days in a row.
I think Germany has the easiest path to the semifinals now. Obviously, they get one of the bottom feeders today. And then you get a Slovakia team who, outside of their game 1 win, have slightly cooled off, right? 3-2 win over Italy, right? Finland beat them 11-0. And then a 5-3 loss to Sweden. I don't know
Yes.
if there's a team that's cooled off more than Slovakia.
Yeah, they're a fun story, but I mean, their team is pretty thin and watered down. It's basically just Slavkovsky and Nemec creating 10
Yeah.
chances a game, and nobody else really does anything. But Germany obviously has even more firepower than they do, like with Draisaitl, Stützle, Peterka, Seider. I like Germany in that game. I saw this morning that Germany was actually plus money, and I think they're have a really good chance of winning that.
Yeah, Ruzicka, that's my guy. Like, yeah, Slavkovsky's just doesn't. He's gonna have to do it himself. I do like Germany. I had Germany very live in this game before the odds came out. I actually just thought they might be a dog because of the rest advantage. And Philip Grubauer has been busy, but I do have Philip Grubauer to lead the tournament in saves. One more win would hopefully get some things going, and then maybe peppered by one of the big dogs. Outside of that, anything to add in terms of this tournament? How have you done betting wise? Because I got beat up early. I did that stupid thing in a tournament where I had my initial ideas, and then those initial ideas didn't turn out, and then I jumped away from them. And then we saw underdogs play well early, and then the unders hit, and then we saw the turn, and now we have obviously games that mean something. So how is the tournament done for you personally? And then additionally, why do we need to play a round robin?
The tournament's been pretty good, honestly. I've been really liking the goal scorers. DraftKings and FanDuel have been putting out boosts for Olympics like every day, and I've just been
At 99 channel here, but
sorry.
all right, you're not the first.
Yeah.
You're not the first.
Yeah, but the tournament's been going well. I do have some player props for the games today if you want me to
Drop
share
them.
some
What
of
do you
those.
got?
Okay, sure. I really like Thomas Hurdle to score in the Denmark game. He hasn't scored yet in the tournament, and he's been getting a bunch of chances all around the net. I think it was the France game. He had 3 high danger chances within like 20 seconds, and Mike Johnson was laughing on the broadcast about how badly he wanted to score, and he just couldn't get one to go. I saw plus 140 around this morning, and I think that's really good for top line, top power play in a game they're favored by multiple goals.
So he's skating with nature still?
He was with Pasternak and Hurdle, and Natchez was on his own line.
Oh, okay.
I also see some value in Andre Palat assist at plus 120.
I played it. I thought there'd be
Yeah.
more. I had Andre Palat 2 assists in the blowout game, and I'm like, how did I not get a second? But yeah,
I did that too. That was the France game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like Palat playing with Pasternak and Hurdle. Obviously, those are 2 really good goal scorers, and he's also on the top power play. So I think that's a really good price in a game they're favored quite heavily. And then I also liked William Nylander in the Sweden game. He's second in the tournament in chances behind only Draisaitl. Obviously, there's been stuff about his groin, and he hasn't been practicing and things like that. But he's still been getting a lot of chances when he's in the line, or when the games are actually going. So I think plus 140 is a really good price for him.
Nice. It's not a normal type of hockey slate where you can just go get random guys for points. The markets are smaller, they're tougher, they're maybe overpriced. Everything's one way. I know you're a shots on goal guy. There was an early edge for bettors because they were scoring them, like giving out candy to trigger, basically.
Yeah.
And then you see today's games where it's like, yeah, okay, David Pasternak, 7+ shots, plus 20. You're like, I think I'll pass on that.
Yeah, I quit shots entirely at this point. Pretty much every good player's lines 4, 5, 6, 7 shots, even 8.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
There's just no value. Like someone might attempt 7 shots, which is great, but then 3 or 4 get blocked, and you only get halfway to your total. So there's just no value in that.
I think the only thing I do have in terms of shots, I have, I have Dahlin. I have 3 defensemen. Who would I have? I have Dahlin. Is there a Latvia defenseman?
The 18-year-old kid?
No, then it's not.
Okay.
So it's Yossi, Philip Roenick, and Dahlin, all 3 plus at like plus 250-ish. Just the same thing. Those D-men just getting like 25 plus minutes, and you start to see it. It's just like, get stuff on net in these tournaments and in these spots where you can't really make mistakes. Guys aren't getting cute. Another reason I do like anything on that Pasta line that you brought up. Pasta was like looking to pass early in the tournament. If you watched him, like he was cute, and then started to turn it on. So shot mentality coming from him. assists on his line. Bjorkstrand assist Ehlers combo plus 300.
Oh,
Now you're talking, because that was the basis of my Bjorkstrand assist, which was plus 150. That's a great play. And I got a good price on something like that yesterday with Peterka and Stützle, because Stützle wasn't, I know the price changed, but Stützle wasn't being priced as the goal scorer that he's been so far in the tournament. What do you think? Over, under, what do you think wins the tournament in goals? We got guys at 4 right now. How far do you think we take that?
Maybe like 6, 7. Maybe someone gets like an empty net goal to pad the totals in one of these elimination games.
Yeah, but now we've lost the Italy-France game, so there's no building up. But we even saw in those games, like, guys weren't running up the score. So maybe we'll see teams actually have to try to defend leads today and in 20 minutes. But outside of that, I like the dogs here. I like your props. I like the dogs. And I like tomorrow's over 5.5. I think we can safely say that. Can we not, Todd?
I mean, if it's going to be like plus 130 or something like that,
yeah,
pretty much have to.
Current prices at Bet99. Germany, Slovakia, it's minus 115 aside there. Okay, it's moved. Switzerland, Finland is plus 130 over 5.5.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Both teams are top 5 in slot shots. That seems really generous price.
I think it's being priced in that Finland's just going to be like this shutdown team, but I think that Finland just prefers that more shutdown game versus other Scandinavian teams and rivals more so than the Swiss. But like you said, like out of that group, Germany, Slovakia, Switzerland, Finland, Switzerland top line offense can go toe to toe with anybody else. No?
Yeah, I mean, Hischer and Meyer have been generating a lot of chances, and obviously they have the familiarity from playing together with the Devils, so that probably helps too in a short tournament like this.
Yeah, Nick saying was going to do a shot on goal parlay, but yeah, the numbers are crazy. Stutz only had 3, and so like that's the thing, right? So maybe they're changing how they're scoring shots on their end too, in a game where Germany, I think France finished with like 30 shots, so I'm probably still handing them out very comfortably.
Yeah. For France to get 30, they'd have to be.
Yeah. And Damien Clare right now leading the tournament in saves, getting absolutely peppered. I think was it the Finland game where he saw 60? Was it that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. A new
they
record.
Had like 50 slot chances or something ridiculous like that. That was insane.
Yeah. No two-way markets on shots and goals, a reason for that. And we'll see. So these games will finish. We'll get Czech, Denmark will play Canada, so we'll get that game odds right after that game. The Canada game is at that exact same time at 10:40 today. Nathan McKinnon did not skate. Josh Morrissey did skate. Be interesting to see if Colton Parenko is taken out. In terms of that, Marchand will draw back in. Sweden, Latvia, the winner of that faces the U.S., and the U.S. will play, I believe, another late game. Have you heard anything about what the U.S. is complaining about in terms of they'll play their 4th 9:10 p.m. game local time, or 3 p.m. Eastern time. Coach Mike Sullivan mentioned it's been hard for players to fall asleep quickly after a game. The U.S. has typically been arriving back to the Village around 1:15 a.m. post-game. You think that's anything or no?
I don't know. I feel like they've been there for a couple of weeks now. How bad can it be?
I think Canada's got the good schedule of the 10:40 games. Obviously, the one 3:10 game was on Friday, and they had the day off. But something to look into. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's an edge, but we'll certainly see some rest advantages coming up over the next few days. And I don't know if you heard us talk about it earlier. I don't know if there is a giant edge, but Todd's edge to say when they're running one goalie and they've run one goalie through the entire tournament, guys like Leonardo Ginnomi might be in trouble as a 38-year-old man having to face a ton of shots. NBC wants to keep Canada and U.S. in good TV slots. For sure they do, but it's U.S. has always been in the 3:10 slot where Canada's been in the 10:40. mostly. So interesting to see if that pans out. But I appreciate the time here, Todd. We'll get things going. Puck drop in 15 minutes, so still time to get in all your bets. If producer Mick can throw up the graphics one more time for what I still got live for this morning, we go Denmark plus 2.5 and the under 6.5. I believe that's not boosted. That's plus 165. And then we'll go Latvia on the puck line, reverse puck line on the plus 2.5 at plus 135. Boosted goal parlay. We got a great price today, Todd. Let me know what you think. Eriksson Ek, Nick Ehlers, both to score, boosted to plus 900.
Yeah, that's a juicy price. Yeah.
Good number. So appreciate everybody over at Bet99 at that. Go check it out. Go get that boost there right on the front page. And we'll do this all again tomorrow at 10 a.m. More hockey, elimination hockey, and the big dogs get going tomorrow. So from covers, puck props presented by Bet99, Josh Inglis, Todd Cordell. Thanks for jumping on with me today, buddy. And good luck with your bets and enjoy the rest of the tournament, pal. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Cheers.
Scatman, yo, do, do, do. Skimmity, yo, do, do, do.